Good evening and welcome to Talking Sports Live. We're here at Full Moon Barbecue on Main Street in Madison. You can catch us each and every Sunday night on My 35 WLOO. Rob J along with Jamie Horton. Jamie, how was your week?
It was pretty good.
Pretty good.
My home's County Central Jaguars. We took a tough loss to a great West Point team. Congratulations to those guys, but I'm proud of them.
I mean, for Holmes County to continue to make it to the finals like that every year, I mean, that says a lot about the team, the coach. Man, they did a great job this year. And jumped out to a 6-0 lead.
We did. I hope West Point goes somewhere else.
but the thing about, we're going to get into that in a minute. Let me first tell everybody that the show is brought to you by Pennington and Trim Alarm Services. Let us in. We'll keep them out. 601-939-5231. Story Financial, your bank with offices in Jackson, Metro, Oxford, South Haven, Memphis, Tennessee, 601-709-7777. Willington Law Firm, Attorney Abson is considered one of Mississippi's top-rated personal injury and general super lawyers. The number 601-487-8839. Mansell Media and Marketing Agency is a full-service advertising and marketing agency. They offer full-circle creative design services from designing your new business logo and business collateral to advertising in all types of media to actionable social media posts. The number there is 601-339-2040. Richard Shaw of Dynastics Promotions, the official clothier of Talking Sports Live, 601-353-1956 is his number. More and more sports management. Well, we give you more. That's 601-260-3509. Break It Smash Rooms. Mississippi's new family attraction, Chuck It Axe Games, axe throwing smash rooms, safe, fun, clean environment. They're located at the outlets of Mississippi in Pearl. It's the address 200 Bass Pro Drive. The website is Break It Smash Rooms. And again, the drawing for that big Christmas giveaway has been moved to December 17th, and we will have that drawing at the facility at Break It Smash Rooms. We'll be back at Break It Smash to Break It Smash.
You must be excited.
I'm excited because the Chiefs are about to get smashed on out of here.
Yeah, and look, after the Saints lost, we need a room together.
You know what? Our teams didn't lose until Break It Smash came along. But
That must be a sign.
so stop by, and you can still register for that drawing to win that big grand prize from Break and Smash Rooms, Chunk and Axe Games. Put your name in the box, and we will have that drawing on December 17th. We'll be back out at that facility. So come on out and check us out. All right, Jamie, a big weekend. You know, we were talking about Holmes County Central before we get into the Lane Kiffin thing. But, man, I just got to tell you guys, man, I know they're disappointed, but to do what you guys did on the road, you're doing this every year. You know, I think it would have been different if Holmes had hosted that game.
Yeah.
It could have been a little bit different. Would you think the same thing?
I think so. My thing is, you know, that's why you fight for home field advantage in high school.
Mm-hmm.
It is so important for you to get that home field advantage. But, you know, I mean, 13 state championships, and they won the last two.
Mm-hmm.
West Point is truly a powerhouse in Mississippi State. Not just the Class 5A, which they in right now, but they truly are some winners. My hats off to them. The hospitality was great. It really was. And I called the game that night. I was in the press box, and some of it had to do with what we didn't do or what we was doing. You know, we had a few turnovers and everything, but
looking around.
sure, he got that vest on.
Yeah, come
I
on,
run out that door.
Yeah, keep y'all on it, but
Dog me for one run. But Coach Rogers and those guys deserve a whole lot of credit. That was a long bus ride home that Friday night.
wow, that's what, 2-3 hours?
Yeah, about 3 hours.
And you drove back after the game?
No, I stayed in Goodman.
Okay. But the team came back after.
Yeah, we came back afterwards. 6-7 police cars. They escorted us out. And then Coach Rogers, hey, we would have won like they had won.
But that was I mean, like I said, it's impressive what Holmes County continues to do year in and year out. I know they are to be commended, and I hope that City Council recognize them like the Jackson City Council recognized Lanier.
And speaking of Lanier, you know, I mean, everybody was talking about this and that, but you got to realize Tommy Kelly did an excellent job with those kids. Those kids are still young, Rob.
Yeah.
So he's building the foundation, and I think next year they're going to be even better. Yeah. I think Lanier and Callaway, the class of the city next year.
Absolutely, man, and that is good for Tommy Kelly. But now Tommy said if Mississippi State called him, he going to Ma.
That's what he said.
That's what he said.
He's gonna be another language.
I'm going to Ma.
Could you blame him? And I want to give kudos also to Kosciuszko High School. Mm-hmm. They defeated Louisville to go to the Class 4A state championship. And kudos to those guys. And, you know, great job by their coaching staff also.
Yeah. When I was at the TV station, I asked, what is a whippet? And this guy told me, he said, that's a fast dog.
It is. A very fast dog.
I said, okay, that's what it is. Yeah. He said, that's a fast dog, and don't forget it. Said, all right, now, wait a minute. But anyway, man, I know the big news has been Lane Kiffin leaving Ole Miss. I know everybody's talked about it. We hadn't shared our thoughts on it, but you have immediate thoughts on Lane Kiffin leaving Ole Miss?
I don't think he did anything wrong.
You don't think so?
That's just my opinion.
That's your opinion, yeah.
And it could be people have different opinions, but that's what you get into coaching for, is to elevate your, you know, status. And I mean, look, it's LSU, and they have so many resources. They're a known powerhouse. So I'm fault the man for wanting to better himself.
This is my only thing with him. Okay. He's leaving a team that was 11-1 headed to the playoffs.
Yeah.
First of all, the NCAA shouldn't have let it happen.
Well, in the NFL, you can't
do that.
And I think that they should say, look, you don't talk to this man until after he gets out. Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
And the fact that Ole Miss was matching everything he was getting, I just thought he could have stayed at Ole Miss and been a Bear Bryant of Ole Miss.
And built that.
Yeah.
But he didn't want that.
No, he didn't want that.
And my thing is with that, you know, you got some coaches that want to, you know, I mean, he want to go to a program like Ole Miss and try to, you know, elevate it to where it used to be. Mm-hmm. Because, you know, I mean, LSU has always been, you know, LSU, and Ole Miss has been, you know, in recent history, you know, not as good. But Lane Kiffin came and changed all. You got to give him a lot of credit.
And the thing about it, Ole Miss hadn't won a national championship in football. The last time they won it, black folk didn't have a right to vote. So,
when was the last time they won?
1963. Black folk didn't have a right to vote. So it's been a long time. And they were on that. Now, you think he said he wanted to coach them through this. Do you think he should have been allowed to do that? I don't think so. Because now you're the coach of LSU and Ole Miss.
Well, I'm like
And like I said, I didn't think Deion should have coached Jackson State.
Exactly. What's the guy name that hosts ESPN? He says it's like a bad divorce. And you left me for my neighbor.
Uh-huh.
But you want to stay in my house through Christmas.
But now they throw his clothes out.
Yeah, that's what I heard. They tried to run him off the road too. From what I You don't believe it?
I don't believe it, like him. He
tried
to be the victim of it. And then and this is another thing I didn't like. When he had his little statement that he tweeted out or whatever he left, he said, I asked Keith Carter, could I coach? And he told me, no, leave that out.
Yeah.
You didn't have to put that in.
There's a private conversation between you.
Yeah, you trying to make yourself look all innocent. Leave that out, man. But and like I said, Ole Miss was going to match any offer, weren't they?
That's what I was told. Can you match?
I probably would have stayed.
Can you match $90 million? Can you match it?
Apparently, Ole Miss.
You remember when Ray Charles told the record producer, can you match it? Yeah, but not that LA. I mean, and my thing is, at the end of the day, everybody has a right to make their own decision about their life. You know what I mean? So, and if he wanted, that's what he wanted to do, then you let him go. Mm-hmm. And I think Pete Golden is going to be. I think he's going to do a great job. Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the fans being so angry with him?
Oh, baby,
you understand it?
Well, they loved him Friday.
Now, Jackson State fans were angry with Deion.
Yeah, they loved him that day too. That late on that night.
But you know what, David? This is what kills me with these coaches. Quit saying God told me to go here. That's what I don't. That's what grates me.
Well, only one coach said that.
Deion said it. Lane Kiffin said it.
Lane Kiffin said
yes,
it. I didn't see. Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. He said the Lord told him. God told him. In addition to what used to be Saban.
Yeah, Nick Saban.
And he said God told him
and Pete Carroll
to go to LSU.
Now, I heard about Pete Carroll and Nick Saban, what he said, but I ain't heard nothing about it.
Yeah, he said God told him to go to LSU.
You think God said, no, I didn't?
So what God gonna tell him? Man, you need some more money, dog. God ain't told nobody. Man, come on now. I think they need. We got Brother Nick that. Yeah, does God talk to coaches like that?
Yeah, Brother Nick do that. Do they talk to coaches like that?
Brother Nick, we'll get him on in the next segment. Yeah. Ask him about.
I want to know this.
I want to know this too.
Yeah.
Does God talk to these coaches and tell them where to go coach?
Do God talk to you about broadcasting?
God tell me,
Don't tell me.
I'm going to just tell you now, if I hear God's voice, I'm going to take off running. Take off running? Okay, if let's just say I'm sitting in my house watching the Chiefs, and I hear something say, they're not winning today. I'm taking off running. He going to tell you that.
But if you just hear that, yeah, but what about you said, Rob, this is God. The Chiefs would not win. You'll still be scared.
Okay, first of all, I'm gonna do this here. Okay. We actually could have Bernard too, because Bernard he's a minister.
Yeah,
he's a minister.
Bernard. So do you think that
Yeah. What does God talk to coaches like that, Bernard?
Yes, well, the word said, lean not unto your own understanding. And when God is talking to you, don't instantly jump on the first response.
Well, I mean, it's a voice that talks to you?
Yeah, you can hear a voice.
You've heard God talk to you before?
He's going to speak to you through someone else. Instead of, because like you said, if you sit in the room and you hear a voice, you may take off.
So if God talked to me through Lil Willie?
God ain't going to talk to you through Lil Willie.
Okay, you got me further. All right, we're going to take a break, and we're going to figure this out. When we come back, we're going to also talk about the Connolly Trophy. What you think about that? We're back in a moment.
Hi, I'm Josh Trim with Pennington and Trim Alarms. It's our mission to help protect your family and your home with the latest and greatest in technology. With summer coming to an end and school starting back, now is the perfect time to do just that. Give us a call today for your free quote at 601-939-5231. Let us in, we'll keep them out.
Accidents happen, and the Abston Law Firm wants to help you. Don't feel overwhelmed with disruptions to your life that accidents and injuries bring. Let Willie Abston work for you. At Abston Law Firm, you're important to us. Protecting your rights and helping you meet your future needs is our main goal. We take pride in servicing our clients. We provide you with knowledgeable, caring legal representation. We are experienced and dedicated to helping you. Call for your free consultation today. Abston Law, located at 1307 Airport Road in Flowood.
Had to turn some. I'm glad I make a change. Okay. All right. Welcome back to Talking Sports Live. Before we went to break, we were talking about these coaches that say God told them to go to these different places. Deion Sanders said God told him to come to Jackson State.
Yeah. And to leave Jackson State.
He said God told him to leave?
Yeah, he said it's time for him to leave, go to Jackson State and go to Colorado. He said the same thing.
Okay. Now Lane Kiffin is saying God told him to go to LSU. We got Brother Nick's here with us, Brother Larry Nix.
Yes.
He has a show called Defining Moments.
Yes. And he defined his moment.
Yes. And
great show.
We appreciate him. He's also our producer.
That's right.
And so, Brother Nix, does God tell these people, these coaches, to go to different places, or what's your take on that?
So that's a great question. What I will say, and Bernard was alluding to it, the scripture says, Proverbs 3, 5, and 6, trust in the Lord with all of your heart, lean not to thy own understanding, in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy path. Mm-hmm. So that means that in everything that we should consult the Lord about, not some things, about everything.
Okay.
I know it may seem weird, but I mean, when he says all, he meant all. I even consult the Lord about what to wear every day, because I want to make sure that what I wear is not an offense to him, and does not cause someone to stumble. So in all of our ways, you're fine. Both of you are fine.
Okay, I didn't. Jamie got the cross.
Yeah, I got the cross.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. That's right. So God speaks however he wants to, but he mostly speaks through his word.
Well, how do you know
the Bible?
Bernard said God speaks through somebody else to tell you.
And he does.
How would you know that?
Relationship.
Okay.
Relationship. And you have to be careful because there's some counterfeit voices out there.
Very much so.
There's some howlings out there. There's some wolves in sheep clothing out there. And the only way you'll be able to detect the difference is to have a relationship with the Lord. See, I've been around you and I've had a relationship with you, Rob, for years. Someone can come up to me and say, I'm Rob J. And they would take effort to try to convince me that they're Rob J. And I would say no. Why? Because I have a relationship with you. I've been around you. I've witnessed your voice. The same with you, Jamie. The same with Bernard. It's about spending time. To me, his word, as a result of me studying his word, and God speaks to me through nature. God can deliver his word through anything. God has made himself known through a donkey in the Bible. God has made himself known through nature. So I don't know personally, because I can't speak for them. If he said God told him to do it, then I have to take him at his word. But now let me tell you what I do take issue with, because I think that's an insult and an offense to God.
Saying that God told.
No. This is a different statement, because I've heard you allude to it. When people are invited to the press box to pray over a game, and they say, "Lord, I want you to help my team win
I
today."
hate that. Yeah, I hate that.
That for me, that's an insult. That's an offense to God.
Yeah.
All right.
Because why would God want this team to win over this team
and the other team?
Yeah.
Exactly. So you got to understand, you're not talking about the man upstairs. You're talking about sovereign God. You're talking about the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords, the Creator. And you can't use him like a busboy or a bellboy to your convenience to make him look good or to make yourself look good. He didn't work like that.
Yeah.
So to go back to your original question, Does God talk to you? To some, he talks audibly. To some, he talks through nature. To some, if you're not listening, he may tell Rob to tell me something. All right. And then if you said, Larry, I just feel like you need to know this.
I just think sometimes these people they use that.
I agree.
They know some people are vulnerable, and this is the South.
Yeah.
And people
Bible Belt,
and people believe that God told me to come here. Like Deion Sanders said, God told me. I never really thought much into that.
Yeah.
And now Lane Kiffin is saying God told me to go to LSU. I just don't buy into that.
But yeah. I mean, and I want to get Nick's take on this and yours. When he said that, he said that after he talked to people like Nick Saban, Pete Carroll, who he looked up to. Mm-hmm. Pete Carroll was like his godfather. Him and his dad was real, real close. Do you think that maybe he just prayed to God and said, well, can I need this message through these people? Like,
that's a good point.
And I think that's what he really meant. That's just my opinion. Lane Kiffin's not here.
Yeah. Absolutely. And the Bible says there's wisdom in the counsel of many.
That's right.
Which means that if I'm faced with the scenario and I just really can't figure it out, I can tell you right now, I'm going to talk to Rob. I'm going to talk to you, Jamie. I'm going to talk to because I trust you.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I agree with that, Nick, because it really came down to, I think, to trust. Because he said those two people are the most people looks up to and who he trusts. And he said they went a long way in him making his decision.
And I know I know your motivation, Rob. I know your motivation, Jamie. I know your motivation, Bernard, is for my good.
Yes.
And you wouldn't say anything or you wouldn't do anything to hurt me or to harm me. And so the Lord would have me to have so much confidence in you to say, well, listen, what do you think?
And from what I understand, LSU offered him this job. Probably they've been talking weeks ago. You know how these schools are. He said that's why he wanted to wait till after the Egg Bowl because I really think last week that's what he spent his most time doing was talking to these guys and see what he wanted to do. I think in fairness to Lane, I don't think this was an easy decision for him. I really don't. I don't think he just said, well, let's give me $90 million. I'm going to go.
Well, he got a track record like that, though.
Yeah, he does. But this time I think it was different, Rob. You know why? Because when he was at FIU and he was an assistant at Alabama and USC was just totally different. That was just a total disaster. But with his Ole Miss thing, I think he was emotionally invested in the players. He said the past 6 years been like the best time of his life. So I don't think it was an easy decision for him.
So let me tell you something, and I concur with that. So I pastored a church in Vicksburg for almost 11 years, and the Lord told me my season is up. Mm-hmm. He said, you've accomplished what I sent you there to do. Uh-huh. So when I read my resignation letter, no scandal, no nothing. I mean, everything's going fine. I could still be there if the Lord had not spoken to me because I enjoyed my pastorate. One of the most challenging works of my life, but one of the most rewarding works of my life. So I was very emotional when I read my resignation letter, and people said, man, was it hard for you to leave? I said, no, because I clearly understood that the Lord said my season was up. Okay. So, well, what was the hardest part about you leaving? Mm-hmm. What was the hardest part about you leaving? I asked the Lord, I took a month off. I took a month sabbatical because I wanted to make sure I heard from the Lord. Yeah. Lord, I want to make sure it's not me. Someone said, well, why was it so difficult for you to leave? I said, it wasn't the fact that I didn't hear the Lord. I fell in love with the people.
So the Lord spoke to you in what way? I want to know. Is it a voice? Is it a letter in the mail? Or what is it?
Yeah.
How do you?
He speaks to your spirit, and once again,
it's not a physical voice.
It can be. It can be that when you're still, when you're unplugged from noise, and you're quiet.
And
you're by yourself, you can hear the Spirit of the Lord talking to you. The Bible says that God was walking through, his voice was walking through the cool of the evening. And that's where he met Adam and Eve. His voice was walking in the cool of the evening, in the Garden of Eden. And so what I'm saying, it's about having a relationship. When you have a relationship, you can your spirit, the essence of who you are, can hear God talking to you. In fact, Not only can you hear God talking to you, you want God talking to you.
Okay, I had an incident that was kind of similar to what we're talking about. I don't know if I told you this before about this boxer named Freeman Watkins. Ever told you about that?
No.
Well, when I was working at the TV station, the news director came to us and told us he wanted us to do a story each day on an event in the Summer Olympics. The Summer Olympics was going to be shown on the TV station.
What year?
This was, man.
88? 92?
It was 90 something.
92 or 96.
It was 96, something like that.
Okay.
So I said, what can we, and there were different, events in the Olympics. And I said, what am I going to talk about with boxing? I don't know boxing. So something told me to call Freeman. They said, call Freeman. Freeman is the boxing guy. And I called Freeman. And I said, Freeman, can I come by your place and do a story on you and your gym? He said, who is this? I said, it's Rob J. I want to come by and do a story on you and your gym.
Yeah.
He said, what? What you calling me for? I said, it's Freeman. He said, who is this? I said, it's Rob J. I'm telling you, I want to come do a story on you, Freeman. He said, okay, come on by 3 o'clock. So I go over to Freeman's place, which was on, Ellis Avenue.
Okay.
Where the Psych and Save used to be. All right.
Yeah.
So I get there. He let me in. And he said, now what you want? I said, Freeman, I want to do a story on you and your gym. We got to do something on some sports in the Olympics.
Yeah.
I said, why you acting so weird, Freeman? This is what he said. He said, man, listen, they came to me today and told me they were going to shut me down. And I prayed to the Lord to get some help, and you called me.
Are you serious?
I got so scared. So could that have been something?
Yes.
It was just something that told me, call Freeman.
Yeah.
Have you ever see, and I appreciate you saying that. Have you been in a scenario that you were about to do something? You're about to go somewhere, and and I'm going to frame it as something. Said, don't do that, or you need to do this. Well, that something is not an it; it's the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit is the wisdom of God that He plants inside of us. So when Jesus started getting overcomplicated, when Jesus says, "Well, I got to go, but I'm going to leave something with you that's going to guide you and teach you. I'm going to leave my Holy Spirit." So the purpose of the Holy Spirit is to guide us, to talk to us, to counsel us, to minister to us. So we don't walk alone. We have the Holy Spirit inside of us, beside us.
Wow.
Well,
that's interesting.
In your case, Rob, I think that was totally nothing but God.
You think so?
Oh, there's no thinking in it. I mean, I'm a firm believer in things that happen for a reason, especially when it comes to Him, that He puts people in lives, other people's lives for a reason. I think that was truly Him. But I want to know from Nick's, your thoughts on this Lane Kiffin situation. Me and Rob don't say our opinion. What is your opinion?
Yeah, what's your opinion? You think he should have stayed at Ole Miss, although you're a Mississippi State man?
Is he?
We just happen to be out of time.
We're out of time. Okay, we're going to take a break. And we'll come back with more. Stay with us.
What does the name Story mean to you? Our team put a lot of thought in what story means to them.
Story to me, I think of the word legacy. I think of family, I think of people, I think of relationships. I think some of my most fond memories are sitting around listening to stories, and stories from all different backgrounds, all different cultures, all different types of family relationships, professional relationships, and how those relationships kind of transcend time.
Every day we tell our story, the story of our associates, of our clients, of the communities that we serve. That's the essence of the soul of the bank, and it's why being storytellers is so compelling to us, because we've been telling our story for the last 4 years, and now we can go out and really show the market who we are.
Being able to tell the story and incorporating that in our name, to me, is a sense of pride.
It's just a continuation of the people we serve every day. And their individual stories that have made this place so special.
We are trying to change from being seen as just a commercial bank to a bank that is for anyone and everyone, because we are. And that is why we want to change to Story Financial Partners, because we want to know what your story is, what brings you to us, and how we can be a part of your story.
We're growing, we're evolving, and I see us being very successful.
The future of the bank is so bright, you need sunglasses. I mean, it's incredible.
Our future is like it is now, continues to be bright and growing, and will always go upward.
I am very excited. I see it as reading a suspenseful novel based on a true story, of course, because we've had a wonderful beginning, and where we're headed here is a to-be-continued experience. I'm excited because we should never put a period there. We should always put a comma, because there are greater things to happen with our story. To be continued.
Full Moon Barbecue, Main Street in Madison. You can watch us each and every Sunday night on my LOO, the Lou. And we had a little conversation in our last segment about God speaking to these coaches, telling them to go to make all this money. I sure wish the Lord would speak to me and tell me, you better go.
Well, maybe ESPN will call you one day, buddy.
Call me to do what? We need some windows clean.
What about this? Maybe ESPN gonna call Talking Sports Live one day and say we want to hire y'all to have a show called Talking Sports Live, and it'd be national.
I probably would just stay here and be on the Lou.
And see, the Lord just put that lie on your books.
Hey, we have a trivia question. We're gonna get back into this. We have a trivia because we asked Brother Hicks about Lane Kiffin, what he thought about it. But our trivia question is: which two current SWAC teams traditionally play their last regular season game on Thanksgiving weekend in what classic? Name the classic and name the two teams.
That should be
okay. And just a hint: one came in good this year, one came in really bad. But it didn't make a difference. It didn't make a difference. Okay? If you know the answer to that, you can hit us up on our social media pages at Talking Sports Live, Facebook, YouTube, and X. Again, which two current SWAC teams traditionally play their last regular season game on Thanksgiving weekend in what classic? Name the classic and the two teams. All right. We were asking you about Lane Kiffin. You're a big Mississippi State fan. What do you think?
So let me say this. Everything that I say, particularly when it comes to God, I try to put scripture behind it. If scripture is not behind it, I don't say it. John, this is Jesus talking.
Okay.
Jesus is talking, and he records it. It is recorded in John 10:27. Jesus says, "My sheep listen to my voice. I know them, and they follow me."
Okay.
My sheep listen to my voice.
And we're his sheep.
And we're his sheep.
Yeah.
Okay.
They know who I am and they follow me.
That's right.
So God can talk in any ways that he wants to. God spoke to Moses in a bush in the desert, a burning bush. It was burning, but it wasn't. God speaks in fig trees. God speaks in nature. He speaks in parting the Red Sea. He speaks in the Jordan River.
Does he speak today? What's going on today?
So that
was in the Bible day.
Yeah, but we're in the Bible day. For God is the same yesterday. God is the same yesterday, today, and evermore.
That's right.
He changes. He changes not.
Yes, sir.
You know, and so as far as Lane Kiffin is concerned, your question specifically: do I believe that God spoke to him? Was that your question?
No, I'm just asking your personal opinion. What do you think he should have done?
Yeah,
left or stayed at Ole Miss?
Yeah.
I think he had an extra. If it was strictly about the money, he did what he was going to do. He went for the money. Was it an opportunity for him to invest in young men? For him to, and Bernard said something very powerful. He said, "You know, you're walking into a legacy at LSU.
Correct.
The bar is very high.
Yes,
very high.
Right. Yes, I agree with Bernard on that.
But I believe that staying at Ole Miss was an opportunity for you to build your own legacy.
Yes,
and I agree with that. But at the same time, I think people who walking into that legacy wants to probably create their own and enhance it. Because if you really look at it, LSU haven't won nothing in 5 years. So right now, I think he wants to come. I think he looks at it as a challenge. That's just my opinion.
You know what? It's a perfect mix. The right players, the right team,
yes,
the right support staff. Now, even though I'm sure you're going to take some coaches with you,
oh yeah,
I'm sure you're going to attract some players in the portal. It's all about chemistry.
Yeah.
Now, if you like a challenge, good, he's got one.
Well, and I think with Lane, that's what the thing really is. Because I mean, they've been the dragnet of the SEC the last for a few years.
Yeah.
So I think he's looking at this as a challenge. And then he got the number 1 recruit to come to LSU in the country.
Some people are builders.
Yes, very much so.
They like to build.
Yeah.
Some people can't build, but they can sustain.
Yeah.
All right.
Some people like to turnkey houses.
Exactly.
And some people like to build it from the ground.
Yeah. And once they turn it and become successful, then they get bored.
Exactly. And next, you hit the nail right on the head. And I think that would happen with him. Like Rob, you brought up a good point. You know, he jumps. I'm just being like a little frog. I'm just being
he looked like one too.
Anyway, but I think he looks. I think that's the problem. Well, not a problem. I think that's what Lane Kiffin likes to do is just he looks at it as a challenge to try to get LSU back to where it was. Now, let me ask you a question. If he does that, let's just say in 2 or 3 years, LSU, he in the national championship. Then, let's just say who Notre Dame. I'm just throwing a team out there. Well, we want Lane Kiffin to come to South Bend. What do you think he'll do?
He'll take it.
Yeah, that's what. And if Notre Dame is down, you know what? He'll get bored and say, you know what? I'm finna go rebuild Notre Dame program.
Yeah.
I think that's what he, likes to do.
That's his DNA.
Yeah.
If his DNA is a builder, then he is acting out inside of his DNA.
And he's a good coach. Now, one thing that I can tell now, he really is, especially offensive minded. And good coaches always have great assistants.
Yeah.
Because great assistants going to make those coaches look good.
And you know what? And we spend a lot of time on Lane Kiffin, but we gotta consider the coaches around him.
Well, very much so.
Yeah.
Because they're the one that put in all the extra hours in the hard work.
Yeah. Do you think he should have stayed to coach the team, or been allowed to coach the team during these championships?
I really wish that he could have stayed, but it's like
Keith Carter. Would you let him coach?
Well, it's like, but you had an interesting point. You can't have 2 wives. You can't be a coach at LSU and be a coach at Ole Miss.
Yeah.
So I would have drug it out as long as if I knew I was going to LSU, I would have drug it out as long. But what's the worst that could have happened? I know Ole Miss wanted to put pressure on because of signing day.
Signing day is coming.
And see, that's why the NFL and college is different.
Yeah.
Because you may have Bernard Moore. Bernard Moore is the number 1 tight end in the nation.
Right.
That's not likely.
But Bernard don't know where to go because he don't know if I'm going to stay or am I going to go somewhere else. So he's waiting on me. And then he might just say, you know what? I'm going to sign with Coach Rob J.
Yeah.
Somewhere else.
Cut him.
Yeah, and I'm
as soon as he get there. So come here, son.
Well, he the number 1 tight end in the nation.
Bernard Moore?
Yeah.
Well, come here, son.
You crazy.
Give me them shoulder pads. I got to get him to my other.
Yeah.
Give me them cleats you got on.
In NFL is different. Because you got young men who are between the ages of 18 and probably like 21, 22, who are looking to you for guidance.
Yeah.
So I don't blame Keith Carter.
Yeah.
No. Now, this was, until the NCAA makes some rules where you can't even talk to nobody till after the season is over.
I get it.
Yeah, because it's divorcing you. If I'm divorcing my wife and then she leave me for the neighbor who I can't stand, you ain't finna stay on the same street with me. No. You finna move and you ain't finna stay in my house.
Yeah.
And that's the same analogy what I'm saying.
I just think if he had stayed there, he would have, been poaching the players, coaching the coaching staff.
He's gonna do it anyway.
He's gonna do it anyway.
He's gonna do it anyway.
That's why I didn't. Jackson State is so nice. They're super nice people. Actually, super nice. I didn't think. This is my opinion. I didn't think Deion should have coached in that championship, but he threatened to not let Shadua play,
Sure.
not let Travis Hunter play.
Yeah.
You know.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I asked him. I said, "You gonna?"
You didn't tell me.
I said, "Are you gonna coach the championship?" And he said, "Oh, of course I am." I said, "Well, you don't work here no more." And he said, If I don't coach, Shadua ain't playing, and then Travis Hunter ain't playing."
And then we lose.
We did.
By the way
Still
we
lost.
played, they should.
Still
It still didn't matter.
But you know, you mentioned a lot of scriptures. My favorite one is Ephesians 4:29.
Yeah.
And I try to abide by this every Sunday when the Chiefs playing. Do not let any unwholesome talk come out your mouth. I do not abide by this at all. The last couple of games the Chiefs have played, I don't abide by this at all.
Well, I need to put it on my forehead. Because the Saints ain't play like that none of this will.
I think that's why Dan Keith has a special room for you on the 7th.
Yeah. Exactly.
Break it smash.
And I need to be in there. Me and Rob might take turns. I get an hour, he get an hour.
Speaking of this past week, you know, Jamie, I left. You know, because I wanted to be a good sportsman, but Jamie did not even return my text.
You text him?
I did.
What you text him concerning? Was it concerning?
I texted him
something about finance.
Well, no, because you know what? Last
about
week,
real estate.
Last week he busted me out on radio.
About what?
About the Chiefs playing Dallas. I mean, he lambasted.
What station?
He beat me with a wet noodle.
What station?
I mean,
what station?
on this air, he beat me sideways, like I had stole something from him, like I had stole those cracklings from him.
What did he say?
Nix, he crazy. He's hallucinating. I tell you what, because you know how his voice goes. You know how his voice goes into soprano. You know when they get excited. I tell you what, I can take the worst team. I can take my team and beat the Cowboys.
Yeah, and I said I don't think so.
What you said?
I was a little nervous.
See,
about
you
it.
were lucid. Now he was on something.
I was nervous about it.
Who friend you?
Well, I was just nervous about it because I know not bad. Remember, I said they're not bad. And I told you I never really hated them because they don't play the Chiefs every year.
Well, I do.
and I told him I texted him and said, "You're not talking now." I said, "I don't hear anything now." I'm like you, Rob. He's quieter than a church mouse.
Well, let me put it this way, Rob. Until this happens,
okay.
You are
he's about to move the goalpost again.
You still
about to move the goalpost again.
Can I talk?
Go ahead.
We got time.
Yeah, we got time.
Yeah, this gonna be quick.
Okay.
You still ain't one of the top 7 teams in the NFC. You still out the playoffs, and you still behind your division.
I think they come.
Well, thank alone. That won't happen. Now we can go to break.
I think they coming.
I tell you what, we'll be right back with Talking Sports Live for this final segment because I don't want to talk about the Cowboys no more.
Hi, I'm Josh Trim with Pennington and Trim Alarms. It's our mission to help protect your family and your home with the latest and greatest in technology. With summer coming to an end and school starting back, now is the perfect time to do just that. Give us a call today for your free quote at 601-939-5231. Let us in, we'll keep them out.
Accidents happen and the Abston Law Firm wants to help you. Don't feel overwhelmed with disruptions to your life that accidents and injuries bring. Let Willie Abston work for you. At Abston Law Firm, you're important to us. Protecting your rights and helping you meet your future needs is our main goal. And we take pride in servicing our clients. We provide you with knowledgeable, caring legal representation. We are experienced and dedicated to helping you. Call for your free consultation today. Abston Law, located at 1307 Airport Road in Flowood.
Don't want to lose, do it.
Okay, what's the sign? Is it this? Is it this? What's the cue? You did this. I don't ever know in the TV business that this is a cue. Okay, but welcome back to Talking Sports Live here at Full Moon Barbecue. We gave out a trivia question a moment ago, and the question is, which 2 current SWAC teams traditionally play their last regular season game on Thanksgiving weekend, and what classic? And name the classic and name the teams. And we have a winner, Bernard.
Yes, we have a winner. Kyle out of Jackson, Mississippi.
Kyle?
Yes.
Like Madonna, like Prince, he don't have a last name.
That's what he gave Kyle.
Okay, all right, okay.
Well, congratulations.
When he fill out his income tax, he'll put Kyle on there.
That's all they do.
Okay. So, Jamie, you know the answer to that.
The Bayou Classic, which features Southern University out to Baton Rouge and Grambling State University.
And congratulations to Fred McNair.
That's right. And well deserved. Well, I'm telling you, when Fred had those tears in his eyes, because I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this, I want everybody to look at this. Fred McNair deserves a head coaching job somewhere. That team that he inherited at Southern was not his or his personality. You know, it's just like this. I can come into the house. Nick tell me, you know what? You can have full moon. I walk in full moon. You got tables and everything upside down. The floor is dirty. That's not my restaurant. So you give me a chance to renovate it.
Yes, yes.
And I feel he should have had a chance to prove himself. But they still going for these big names, Rob.
Well, they got Marshall Falk. They have Marshall Falk. Hopefully, Fred will stay on the staff.
He deserves to. If not, somebody need to give a head coaching job to this guy. He has proven year in and year out he's one of the best coaches, and not just one of the best coaches. Fred's a great person, and it was emotional for me. And I usually don't holler for Southern. I don't either.
But I was
hoping, because then I was pulling public at him.
I was pulling for Fred, man. I'm a friend of the family. I was so happy for Fred.
I was.
You could see the tears in his eyes. Like
yes, it was hurtful. And then even what's the commentator now? The guy who do the NBA sport, NBC Sports, he was saying, I noticed these tears in your eyes. He said, yeah, we just been going through a lot. And these kids, I'm so happy for him.
Yeah.
And it's something good is going to come to him.
Absolutely. Now, how does Jackson State keep TC? Because TC is on the verge of winning another HBCU championship. Would TC, let's say something opened up, like Lane Kiffin, and somebody called TC, would TC leave, or is he entrenched in Mississippi?
TC going to hang up.
TC gonna hang up? You think so?
He said, I'm a tiger born, tiger bred. When I die, I'll be tiger dead.
Okay. Let's say Ole Miss called TC and say, hey, TC, we want you to be our offensive coordinator.
Stay at Jackson State.
He's staying at Jackson State. Okay.
Okay. What about if,
let's say, what job is at Penn State? And they call TC. Because TC is a hot item right now.
And be offensive coordinator?
Yes. Let's say head coach.
Well, I'm like Ray Charles when he told what name. My mama said he never heard to listen. I mean, my thing with that is you got to give these guys a chance, an opportunity to better their career and better their lives. They got, that's what you get into coaching for.
Yeah.
But, I think that TC will be the next W.C. Gordon.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
He's on that road to do
He's on that road. He loves Jackson State.
Got a great staff. But you know what's they may start picking it from that staff. Like the defense coordinator, he's really good staff.
And what you do is like what WC did. When you lost Carlisle Jones and all those guys and you stayed there.
Yeah.
And you just replace them.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I want to get into real quick. Last night on Tuesday night, they had the Connolly Trophy presentation.
Yes.
And Trinidad Chambliss of Ole Miss won the Connolly Trophy.
And well deserved.
Yeah, well deserved. Yeah. Now, they had this new award called the SWAC Impact Player Award.
Oh, man.
Now, that went to Jacobian Morgan of Jackson State.
Well deserved.
I think they did that, and I give them credit, man. I think they did this to kind of appease and show
HBCU not winning the.
No HBCU has in Mississippi has won this award.
No.
A player from Millsaps has won.
Yes.
A player from Delta State has won a couple of times.
Yes.
So I think they did that. And let me say this: I was at that event. They did a really good job in the presentation of all those young men, of all the finalists. They made everybody seem like they were the same. I mean, the MC, Richard Cross, he did a great job. They showed the highlights and they showed everybody and made them seem like they were just the cream of the crop. They did a really, really good job. I just don't like the fact that you know what they need to do? They need to just have a Connolly division,
of Ole Miss State and USM.
And USM, and then a Connolly for the smaller schools in the state, and call that the Steve McNair Award.
I agree. I like that idea. Yeah.
Get an award just like Steve McNair. Get one like that, and name it after Steve McNair with the lady.
Yeah, he did that a lot.
Yeah.
So let me ask you a question: if Chambliss didn't win that, you think Jacoby deserved it? Let's just say he was out of the pit. He won at Ole Miss.
Jacoby, he didn't play as many games
because he got hurt.
He got hurt.
But
If he had finished, oh, absolutely.
Oh yes, very much so.
Absolutely.
I mean, the kid is it's just outstanding. Even TC said it.
Yes.
You know, he knows football. He can read defenses.
He can read defenses.
Yes.
He's accurate.
Yes.
He makes the right decisions.
Yes.
Yes. I love Jacobian, man. I think he's the best quarterback in the SWAC. Everybody talking about Andrew Body. Body did win the SWAC offensive player of the year.
That's
the SWAC
right.
offensive player of the year.
But
if Jacobian got hurt,
yeah,
I think and then you got these people. Oh, he started slow. You don't know what he started. They didn't lose.
That's right. Jackson
State did not lose.
I think Body was the best athlete, but not the best quarterback. It's a difference.
Let me say this: if I got a team, and there's TC and there's not TC, Jacobian and there's Body, and I need a quarterback, I'm getting Jacobian.
Well, let's look at this, and we're gonna end this conversation. Head to head, who won?
Yeah, good point. Who would you get? You get Body or you get Jacobian?
That's Jacoby because he's more of an all-around quarterback. Now, Body's athletic. He can move the ball and create plays, but I'll take Morgan because he's more of a whole quarterback.
Yes. Okay. All right. We got our predictions here. We got high school. We got college. Where you want to start?
Let's go with the high schools.
The high school. Okay. These are the state high school championships in 7A. You got Tupelo, and these games are at Starkville and at Mississippi State.
Yes.
Why did they move them from Memorial State? That's another story. But anyway, Class 7A, Tupelo versus Gulfport. Gulfport?
Yes. Who you pick?
You say Gulfport?
I say Gulfport.
I'll say Tupelo.
You say Tupelo?
Yeah, I'll say Tupelo.
Okay.
Warren Central, 6A versus Hattiesburg.
Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be, like Jim Ross said, this is going to be a slobber knocker.
Okay.
But if I had to choose, Rob, I'm telling you, you got two great teams, but I have to give it to Hattiesburg.
I'll go with Hattiesburg, too. Yeah. Okay. 5A, West Point versus Brookhaven.
West Point.
I'm going to go with Brookhaven.
Well, you can go with them.
I'm going to go with Brookhaven.
I know firsthand it's going to be West Point.
Go get them, Brookhaven. Okay. Kosciuszko in 4A against Columbia. Columbia is undefeated.
Undefeated. But Kosciuszko has something called Caden Wade. That kid is something special. So, you know what? I'm going with Kosciuszko.
You going with the Whippets? I'm going with Columbia.
I'm going with the fast dog. I'm going with the fast dog.
Okay. Jamie. Now remember this. We're picking these teams. That don't mean we want this team to win, okay?
We're picking them.
No, we're just making our predictions. All right. Class 3, Noxubee County versus Raleigh.
Noxubee County.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Class 2A, East Webster, Heidelberg.
Next question. Heidelberg.
I got Heidelberg. Who beat Heidelberg? They lost 2 games.
Oh, who was that? They must have been our state team.
Yeah, it must have been something. Okay, and 1A, Calhoun City versus Simmons.
Now, this is going to be another good one. Both of them are very two good football teams.
I'm taking Simmons.
But I think Holiday Simmons going to get them.
Yeah, I think Simmons. So we take Simmons. Okay, let's see. We got college football Friday night. Who was this?
Troy at
James Madison.
I guess James Madison.
But Kennesaw at Jacksonville State.
Kennesaw.
Y'all know Jerry Mack, the head coach at Kennesaw State, played at Jackson State and Delta State.
And he coached at Jackson State.
Yeah. All right, well, give me him. We both say Kennesaw. I don't know. North Texas at Tulane.
Tulane.
All right, we all say Tulane. UNLV versus Boise State.
Who cares?
Okay.
And Mullen at UNLV?
Oh, he sure UNLV then. We're going to go with that.
Okay, we all go with UNLV. Yeah. All right, Saturday we got BYU at Texas Tech.
Texas Tech.
You say Texas Tech?
I say Texas Tech.
Okay, we all say Tech. Miami at Western Michigan. Miami, Ohio. That's who cares.
Yeah,
okay, Georgia at Alabama.
It's gonna be a slobber knocker. I would say I think Georgia gonna get them.
You say Georgia?
Yeah.
Give me the Crimson Tide.
The Crimson Tide.
Roll Tide. Indiana at Ohio State.
Number 1 and number 2 in the national poll, and in the same conference. I say Indiana.
Oh, I say Ohio State. You say Indiana?
Yes.
Duke versus Virginia.
Virginia.
Yeah.
Duke got 12 losses.
Okay, I agree with you. And in the SWAC championship game, Jackson State versus PBU.
To keep our jobs, Jackson
State. Jackson, is that all? Hey, congratulations to Mississippi Valley for beating FAMU. you last week. They beat FAMU 2 years.
2 years in a row. Now I'm gonna tell you. Do you think that Coles is on the hot seat?
On the hot seat? When Coles is sit down, he doing this here.
We'll see you next week on Talking Sports Live.